Hi, welcome in. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How's everybody doing today? I hope you are all doing so incredibly well. If you don't know me yet, my name is Lex. I'm a comfy, chaotic witch VTuber. And today, we are finally playing more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I know we just played last week, but it feels like a long time, and I am very excited. I absolutely cannot wait to get into it. But first, let me take a little sip of my coffee. Okay, so last time when we left off, we were kind of starting to assume that Melissa may have been the one to murder Valerie Hawthorne. Peak stream. Hi, welcome in. Thank you. No idea what happened, but already peak. Well, last time we were questioning Melissa, and it's kind of not looking good for her. We are starting to think that maybe she is the one who killed Valerie Hawthorne, and we were in recess. And today, we're gonna find out if it was her or not. It's not looking good for her, though. So, let me just hydrate a little bit, and then I think we can get into it. Okay. Game time! Last time we were building Animal Crossing houses. Yeah, no, that's true. Last time on Ace Attorney, though. Continue. We are on part 2. The final part of this case. It's a very short case, compared to others at least. February 16th, 1:14 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. That's like, at least one. Mr. Falls, Sometimes I get stuck in the voice. Eek! I'm sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Never played this game, but I watched Better Call Saul. I think it'll help. I think so too. That sounds about right. Thanks, we're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime...
Yeah, but there's one more big obstacle we've got to get past.
Obstacle? What does that mean?
Yeah. Motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway?
That's a really good question, actually. But the better question would be, why wouldn't Melissa Foster kill that policewoman? I don't know why I said that. Ignore that. Motive, huh?
Anyway, we're still badly in need of information.
Information? Right.
What we need the most is info about this Melissa Foster herself.
I'm still warming up.
All we know is that she's a student studying literature. And one more thing.
What is it?
Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago. Of course. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
Zebra Boy.
I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lie!
Mr. False, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. I need to know.
Okay, I trust you. That day 5 years ago. I dream of it every day.
That's like at least one. I don't know why I keep saying that.
This picture, it reminds me.
It reminds me everything? That's a typo, I think.
Bridge looks same. Just like then, 5 years ago.
Oh no, that's just how he talks.
Like it could fall apart. Fall apart any minute.
So it's been broken like this for at least 5 years. Did it break then? In the original case?
Sorry, buddy. But you sound like the one that could fall apart at any minute. True. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago. I kidnapped my girlfriend. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Really? Your girlfriend? Huh?
Hey, hold on there. Did you say Hawthorne?
The victim's last name.
Dahlia Hawthorne, Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious? The girl, let her go. Ooh, this is what we saw before, wasn't it? Dang. Shut up, come closer and I kill her. Ooh. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Dang. That's probably not good. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. At first, I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can kind of understand why she did it.
Wrong, no protect sister. Valerie betrayed me. Betray us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend, my love.
My teen angel. Ugh. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie too.
Valerie was in on it? Oh, that's wild. Oh boy. I honestly can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Dahlia's family rich. Jewelry business. We get 1 jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We sent to her dad.
Asked for $2 million diamond. Dang.
We tell him Valerie make transfer because she knew detective.
Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh?
Yeah, but that woman.
Uh-oh. She did it for real.
She shoot at me for real, me and Dahlia.
Yikes.
Dahlia. She jumped in the river.
Oh no. Jump? You don't mean she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Wake up with police all over. And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence. I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me!
Why would she do something like that? I wonder. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below. Very convincing.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know. So that's why you called her. You want to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Yes, but I forget what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why? Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear the answer from her mouth. That's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that.
Just one thing, Zebra Boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it?
Huh? Where's what?
Come now, kid. The ransom.
Why does he say that?
The $2 million diamond. Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it? I don't know.
You really just said, I don't know. I don't know why that's so funny. Huh? You don't know?
No, really, I don't know. It's gone with Dahlia.
With Dahlia. Who jumped into the river, so...
Dahlia put it in her backpack. Now gone. With Dahlia. Gone forever. Into Eagle River.
Dang. That's like probably not good. It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone.
Just 14. How old were you? How old are you? Oh boy.
She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth 2 mil. Man, oh man.
Oh boy. Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel, or is she really...
It's time. Looks like we have a few more aces up our sleeve now.
You bet! Diamond added to the court record.
Training wheels come off now, Mia. You've gotta strike while the iron is hot. It's one of my rules. Remember it.
Okay, well maybe I will. Maybe we will. February 16th, 1:49 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Okay. Let me just take a little sip of my coffee before we get started.
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her client off the hook. However, to try to pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who also witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? Certainly hard to imagine this woman is a murderer.
Her motive, huh? I figured that's what I had to establish next.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence?
No. Not in the slightest. Yes, of course. I think.
You're still acting as tame as a kid.
He's so weird. Mr. Armando.
Listen, a lawyer's someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
Huh.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is the mark of a pro.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that. Excuse me, may I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course! Mr. Judge is ready anytime you like.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. You're such an honest and upstanding young lady.
Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
Looks like this witness is a real professional.
What do you mean?
Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click. She lights right up.
What's this, Lhexra Ace Attorney on a Friday? Yeah, I am busy tomorrow, so I decided to play Ace Attorney on Friday instead. Tomorrow is my rest day, but I still wanted to make sure we played.
Very well then. Let's hear what the witness has to say.
How's Ace Attorney going? Pretty good so far. We haven't gotten to any real difficult questions though. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. I was out of the country until the year before last. Huh. Sure you were. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Or kidnapping a poor girl. I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh?
Precisely.
Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to bat. Sharpen those claws and put on your best smile.
Okay. Somehow I have to tie her to this case. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but... Love all the voices. Thank you. I love doing them. Probably my favorite part of playing Ace Attorney. Well, I mean, the fact that this crime also was at Dusky Bridge, and... I don't know. I mean... There's... I don't know. I feel like Dahlia and Melissa are probably the same person. The age is correct as well. out of the country until the year before last, until I entered college. I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. Okay. No. Let's press on this one. So what made you decide to go to Eagle Mountain anyway? I just love being outdoors. Picnics, hiking, you know, that sort of thing. You don't look like much of a hiker to me. But you do look like a digger of sorts. But Eagle Mountain is a 2-hour drive from here, and no trains run through there. There are plenty of mountains that are closer and easier to get to. Well, I went there once with the college hiking club. You just said you've never been there. You literally just said you've never been there before. I fell in love with its stark, desolate beauty and its cold yet romantic gloominess. Didn't know you were such a goth. By the way, what's the name of your college? It's just a question, Edgeworth. The prosecution objects to any questions that involve the witness's private life. It's not that weird of a question. All that matters is that she is a material witness to a crime. The witness doesn't need to respond to questions that are clearly malicious in intent. Thank you. She's really gone too far.
Miss Faye, you're treading on thin ice here.
I hardly said anything. Talk about sensitive. I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Anything else here? Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. Huh. Okay, hang on. Let's just press on everything for now. I think that will help. Perhaps, but your behavior that day was very suspicious. Not only have you contradicted yourself here in court, but you know things you shouldn't. For example, the scratches on the trunk of the car. Well, that's... He really said objection.
Unfortunately, Miss Faye, your last statement proves nothing.
Oh, really? And why is that?
The witness came to the police station once to identify the suspect. It's entirely possible that at that time an officer showed her this photo. Seems like a rather serious mistake. That's the oldest trick in the prosecutor's book.
That's not fair. That wicked inmate. I'll never be able to forget that horrible day. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago. I'm sure it must have been mentioned to her at some point, but it doesn't make sense for her to bring it up. A grudge? Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death. Huh.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he's innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean.
She knows too much.
Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. She knows way too much.
This is weird. I mean, she's just saying everything. You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that? Because that wasn't said with her in the room, was it? Was she in the room when we talked about that? Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right? Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification. Why, if I had been wearing a scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me. That's exactly why we think... That's exactly why we think you did it, but...
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that statement? She shouldn't have known about that because it was in a letter. Have it added to the testimony. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer, and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No, that's not why
Enough. Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf. How does she know that? Let me press on that real quick. Hang on. What do you mean by lucky? Well, it's February now. Everyone is wearing scarves. If I had accidentally worn a white scarf like you said...
Then you yourself might have been killed. That would have been a terrible loss for the world. Looks like you pressed too hard this time.
No.
Keep looking around you, and you're going to lose the sight of the finish line. Justice is blind, but she's not deaf. Sometimes you have to know when not to talk.
I feel like... Scarf isn't even really white, necessarily. It's just close enough. And... This note was entirely confidential. And it says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. It doesn't say Valerie, which is the name of the victim. I feel like she's not supposed to know this information, so we're gonna try presenting the note, maybe? If it doesn't work, we have her save. So. She's not supposed to know all this. It's true, Mr. Falls did give instructions to Valerie Hawthorne about their meeting. I did it. The note that she left said, wear white scarf for identification.
Yes, what about it?
Isn't it obvious? Doesn't it strike you as odd? That note was a secret piece of evidence. How is it that the witness knows about it? She's not supposed to know.
Order! Order! It is odd, isn't it? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, did you show the top secret evidence to the witness?
Your Honor, I certainly never gave anyone permission to do such a thing. In that case, the only way the witness could know about... Just a moment. Of course I didn't know about the note. It's just... I saw it when it happened with my own eyes. When the victim went to see the killer, she used her own scarf to signal him. That's why I assumed that the signal was a white scarf. That's not true. You're a liar.
I suppose that makes sense.
Come on, Mia, you can't let her weasel out of it that easily. This is ridiculous. Witness, sorry, but your explanation isn't going to work here. But why? It's true, that's what I saw. Impossible. There is no way you could have seen the victim use a white scarf to signal him. Because the scarf wasn't even white in the first place. You've said several times in your testimony that the victim was wearing a scarf. A white scarf, correct? Yes. Is something wrong? Maybe. That's what I'd like to know, Miss Foster. Have a look at this. It's the victim's scarf. I'm sure people would disagree about what to call this color. However, it certainly is not white. You knew what the note said. She knew the contents of the note? No! It says, wear white scarf for identification. That is the reason why you said it was white. Well, Miss Foster? Uh-oh. She's getting nervous now. I think I did it.
Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation.
The explanation is there's no explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public. And yet, this witness knew exactly what the note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. This is really interesting, honestly. Yeah, this game is just so interesting. Harry Falls is one, the person who wrote the note. Valerie Hawthorne is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
Yes!
That's right, a person no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out?
The third person that knew the contents of the note was... Dahlia Hawthorne. And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne, who is supposed to be dead. But something tells me she's standing right in front of us in court.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There is her name right there.
What's this? So, who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne?
Well... Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. Oh, Edgeworth.
Dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean?
Yes. She was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. Supposedly. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago. But no one ever found the body, so... When she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She's still alive and she's standing right in front of us. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are. We're really getting somewhere now. Even you couldn't. Miss Faye, you're not saying. Oh, yes, I am. But I am. That is precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist.
Weird metaphor, but okay. I think I get it. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Sorry.
Witness, just who are you anyway?
I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself.
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought I can speak. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't mean?
Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say?
Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
Of course he did. He's Edgeworth. That makes way too much sense. It's so interesting that even in his rookie years, he's so incredibly Edgeworthy. If that makes any sense. I don't know if it does, but no way, but then why?
If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade.
Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
But I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Yeah, right. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. She's so guilty. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What?
I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic.
No.
Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion?
No.
What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister?
Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me.
I think you need a little push in the right direction. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim.
Oh, dang. We are? That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. He's just like me for real. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man.
What makes you think they're empty, boy?
Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets.
You think you're in a tough spot, huh?
Of course, aren't I?
Nope. You just arrived at the moment of truth, that's all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you.
Up to me. The rashness of youth. Oh, charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Edgeworth is just so himself. No matter what.
No then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister?
At least one. I don't know. There's a lot here. I don't know. I mean, she had the diamond, right? Supposedly. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls 4:30 p.m. At that bridge, wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Actually, that kind of makes sense. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her that he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her that she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
Yeah, that. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. Dang. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. I might actually have to play this. It is such a good game. And this is the third game in the series, too. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence?
Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne in Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all.
Oh yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. I can speak. I'm so good at this.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh.
Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more? My little maple leaf.
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Weird nicknames. There's so many of them in this case. Like, this specific case is just strange in that way. 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Well, if what he told us was true, then she set the whole thing up. We don't know that for a fact, but we kind of do. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Whee! Sorry. Sorry. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. Yeah, right. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe, after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor?
As you heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
We're not allowed to fight. Let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping happened 5 years ago.
Oh, I read that wrong. The fact the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. Or, like, that's what we've heard. We're pretty sure, though. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us out in the lobby. Yeah. So, supposedly it's fake. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Okay. So how are we gonna prove that it was fake? How do we do that? I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. We have to prove somehow that it was a fake kidnapping. The diamond was lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. She may still have the diamond. She might. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. Let's press on that, because we have the diamond in the court record, so that's something that we can talk about. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2
million?
It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk.
A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that.
This is so silly.
The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that is police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety.
What a wickedly clever man Mr. Falls is.
Yeah, right. It was all your plan.
Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain, and After she made this exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. Okay, let's ask about this more.
That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage.
Yes, but actually, that saved my life.
What do you mean?
You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me.
So Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind.
But if he had a knife, then why would he do that?
I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment.
Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. I was dazed. I turned to try to run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin.
Bloodthirsty grin.
And in the next instant... Whee!
Yeah, okay, that's not what happened at all. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift.
I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. And just one little shove from behind. And that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money.
There's something very wrong with what she was saying here.
Because it's like... I don't know.
Something's not right, though.
Very not right. I don't know. Should we press on this one too first?
Probably, right?
That makes sense.
And that's why you hid your identity?
Yes, I only told my sister.
Valerie Hawthorne, eh?
Yes, she's the only one who knew about me.
Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years.
I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. It's interesting that we still have Dahlia Hawthorne and Melissa as two separate people. It doesn't make any sense to me because we've definitely figured out that she is Dahlia. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this is the one that we need to be pressing on here. No, or not pressing on, but this is the one that we need. Oh. It's so obvious. Now that I'm looking at it, it's really obvious because that's all rock underneath that gap in the bridge. So if she was pushed off, she would go splat. So, yeah, no. She would have hit the rocks, yeah.
You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true, I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
You weren't pushed at all. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years.
Let me take a little sip of my coffee. It's getting really good, though.
If someone had pushed you from behind, as you've claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death.
Dang.
Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible.
Uh-oh. It's not looking good for her.
Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference.
We are getting somewhere.
You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this?
You see,
Just a moment, Your Honor.
he does not look good. What happened to your eyes, Edgeworth? They're bulging out of his head. Why is this so funny?
It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge.
What do you mean?
After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge.
That would be difficult to do, though. Wouldn't it? That would be pretty difficult to do. You'd have to pick her up and throw her off. Judging by this photo. Yeet!
Well, Ms. Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now when I fell off the bridge. My skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious.
Oh boy.
Order! Order in the court! It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion.
No?
Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat.
Seriously, what is this? I don't think it's possible for him to have pushed her in.
Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it?
Everything. Witness photo. You can clearly see how high up the sides are.
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off of the ground.
Dang.
It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. After being shot in the arm? After being shot in the arm?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Oh. The judge is so funny. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range.
Ooh. Not looking good for Edgeworth.
So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off of the bridge? That is clearly impossible.
Yay.
Order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into Eagle Bridge. You jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun in handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh? Then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. That fact alone explains everything.
This is why she risked her life. I think it's the diamond. Because, I mean... I think a lot of people would jump off a bridge for $2 million. If they thought they could survive it. So... Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome.
5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it for herself.
Uh-oh.
She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping.
Bang. Well, that happened.
At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
Let me take a little sip of my coffee. I need some coffee for this one.
Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
Maybe.
This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well?
Probably.
But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely.
I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. I can totally talk. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. Planning to do? She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
Dang. Okay.
Who is that laughing at a time like this?
Forgive me, it's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman. Miss Mia Fey. Okay. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond?
I think you used it to buy your fancy outfit, is what happened to it.
If you can't provide evidence, to at least show that.
Well, Miss Faye?
I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Faye, are you stupid or something? How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive evidence. What are we gonna do?
Well, it seems that we've come to the end.
No.
To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I'm forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
But why? We're right. Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that?
We love manly Lex.
Yeah!
I'm so manly. Mr. Armando.
Come now. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still a testimony.
Testimony?
On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car, and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
In that case, there's only one answer. Right? There's only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder.
Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Oh, well, that's obvious. It's Valerie Hawthorne herself. No. Terry. Sup, Terry? Oh no. Hang on, let me bonk the bot. Be gone, bot. Let me take a little sip of my coffee. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant.
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne. Or whether it was, in fact, her younger sister, Dahlia, disguised as her. It's getting really good. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all. And that person is... Terry Falls. That's so funny. My pop filter fell over right as his name came on screen. Pop filter falls. Hang on. Let me fix it. It keeps falling over. I'm so good at this. I'm so professional. Okay.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? ... Why not?
The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
Okay. This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. We can do this. Yeah.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me.
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question we want the answer to. 2 days ago in Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne, or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia. Dahlia! Did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never, ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia, it's true. You are alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me so sad.
Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you.
I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know it. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
Dahlia. I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial.
Oh boy!
Witness. Ah! Eek! I'm sorry, I apologize. Ah! Water, please, water.
Huh.
Hmm? Can't talk. Need water. Oh well, guess I'll be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitterer than hell itself. Whoa. Imagine he gets water and he just starts talking like a normal guy. He's just been a little parched this whole time. That day, 4 p.m. I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Okay. Do we believe that? Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Uh-oh. I'm a Teletubby all of a sudden. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You. I think. What do you mean, I think? What does that mean? Ha. Okay. You know what? Thanks. I'll take it as a compliment. For now. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there. So I waited on the bridge. Huh. Wait a minute. Well, if she set the... If she was setting this up, don't you think that she would want to be there first? And... Wait. Yeah, no, she was definitely already standing on the bridge when he got there. Because if we really look at... If we assume this is facing the same way that it would be here, that would mean that she got there first because she's closer to the gap in the bridge. If that's where his car is. She definitely would have gotten there first. Hang on, let me put a save here, but I think we're onto something. Maybe. I think I'm onto something. Let's see. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? Did we already do it? Did we already do it? That was fast. So you waited on the bridge. You're sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well then, I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first. Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. I did it. Mr. Falls? Please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth.
We're here to help you. Okay?
I got there around 4 o'clock, it's true. I had somewhere to go. A special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, it's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it under the base of the tree there. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle and a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty.
Doesn't that kind of remind you of another case? Where Phoenix was wearing the bottle around his neck the entire time. And this girl looks awfully familiar, doesn't she? Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. But he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. That is definitely enough time to kill someone and hide the body. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No! We did it!
Indeed. There certainly was enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Uh-oh. Huh? Mr. Falls? Oh. Oh no. Yikes.
That's enough, please.
Witness?
I promised her 5 years ago. If it ever happens, we can't trust each other no more then. We're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh.
No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess.
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No, we're so close. Just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence.
No. Don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls.
Thanks for the coffee.
Yikes. Okay, I can't exactly scream right now. So, is this a bad ending? Did we mess up or is this good? I mean, obviously... Is this how it's supposed to end? And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. That's the first trial. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that got so deep into my soul, I thought it would never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. Both of their first trials, and then... This is insane. Mia to the player in 3-1. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago, but that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Oh! This is how Edgeworth technically didn't lose. It was undefeated until much. Oh. That makes so much sense now. Oh my gosh. The true criminal, Talia Hawthorne. She left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. I don't know what to say about this. That was not the ending I was expecting for this case, because usually that's not how it goes. Huh. How to get away with murder. Wow. Unforgivable. A witch. Hey. Mr. Armando. We were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft. It's my fault! It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. 1 second. Sorry about that. I'm back. Don't cry. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. This is not the time for the jazz music. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Ouch! Dang. Okay. You might want to go clean that up. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I'm just like stunned by that. That's insane. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. And that brings us to present day, where Phoenix is looking over his old mentor's cases. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yep. Because Dahlia Hawthorne was also a witness to that case as well. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. It's so interesting that we played through that case before this one. Like, they're not in chronological order, and I guess there's probably a good reason for that. But it feels weird to play them out of order like that. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. What is it? What happened, Phoenix? The end? I guess we'll find out in the preview for Case 5. Bridge to the Turnabout. Okay. We're gonna do what we usually do, and we're going to watch the little cutscene that plays at the beginning of the case, just as a little bit of a teaser for what's going to happen next time we play. Next weekend. Shichishito, the treasured Kurine village heirloom, whose name means seven-branched sword. It is said that this sacred sword represents life itself. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. So this case has something to do with the Fae sisters again, then. Probably. Does that mean we'll get to see Pearl? Like, our destiny is the sword... Oh, I didn't get to read it all. Oops. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to this world, is severed... Dang. Oh! Well! The illusion is revealed, and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. Well! That's interesting. Sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. Ah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. But that was our little teaser for next time. We're gonna head back to the title screen. Since we finished the case, I guess we can wrap up here. I know it's a little early, but we did finish the case. So, let me just take a little sip of my coffee before I get into our usual stuff. Okay. I'm just like Godot. I need coffee before I say things. So thank you all so much for coming to this stream. I appreciate it a ton. I had a lot of fun today, and I hope everyone else did as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, etc. We're definitely going to be playing more Ace Attorney next week. And we are almost done with the first trilogy. It's kind of hard to believe, but we've got a lot more to do once we're done with this first trilogy. We have the other games ready, so we're going to be on Ace Attorney for a very long time. Yes. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, etc. I hope to see you again very, very soon. Tomorrow is my rest day. I have big, exciting plans, so I won't be able to stream, which is why we did Ace Attorney today instead of our usual day. But on Sunday, I will be back with another small game Sunday, and I have decided the game. It's just small game Sunday on the schedule, but we're going to be playing Invento, which looks like a very cute puzzle type game. And I can't wait to experience it at 3 p.m. EST Sunday. I hope to see you there. Thank you for coming to the stream. Okay. Bye!